Joseph Diaz was on the Ak and Barak show on SiriusXM, and it looks like he's also unhappy with Golden Boy Promotions, as is Canelo and Ryan Garcia and everyone involved. So let's hear what what Joseph Diaz had to say about his relationship with Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya on the Ak and Barak show.
Personally,
how happy are you with Golden Boy Promotions?
I would say not too happy, man. Not too happy. I just feel like after the Gary Russell fight, they didn't promote me or do anything as much as they should. They gave me another world title fight with Jesus Rojas, but I just felt like they started treating me like an opponent and try to treat me like I'm not the fighter or I don't have the talent like how I do. With Jesus Rojas, they had me fighting on Facebook Watch, a brand new network where hardly anybody's going to be watching that. It was like a streaming thing with the internet, and it was just kind of like messed up. I just feel like, and I had a good purse with Gary Russell Jr. and then with Jesus Rojas, I had a really shit purse, and I accepted it because I knew that I lost, and I knew that I had to, I knew that I lost, and I knew that I had to work my way up again like that. But I didn't end up making.
So Gary, thoughts on Joseph Diaz coming out and have some choice words about Golden Boy and thinking that or having the feeling that they don't support him, they don't back him like he believes they should. Do you think he's right in that assessment? Just your thoughts on Joseph Diaz being a little bit outspoken here.
Absolutely, he's got considerable beef, right? Like, I don't know what the purse was. He didn't give a name, but in the age of the inflated purse, he should still. I mean, people know who he is. I'm not saying he's going to make $1 million or anything like that, but he should be making decent purses. People know who he is. He should be fighting. He's likable. He's a good kid for all intents and purposes. The fight with Gary Russell, he lost, but it was a fun fight for what it was.
And I will say this: he tested Gary Russell.
For sure,
he really tested him.
I was giving him some rounds in that fight. He's right. He's got a future at 130. I don't know if he gets to a world title, but he's got a shot. Like they should be doing. They should be doing, especially Golden Boy. What do you like, Eddie Hearn? You have a stable of fighters that you have to. You only have a handful of guys who are worth promoting. He's one of them. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, why are you sitting with your hands in your pockets when you should be making this guy out to be the most avoided man at 130?
Agreed. Leonard saying, was he on Twitter boasting about his purses to Farmer? I don't know what he was doing. I don't really care about that. That's shit talking back and forth between fighters. If he feels like he's getting undervalued by Golden Boy, and let's be honest here, guys, like, anecdotal evidence from every fighter involved with Golden Boy Promotions right now has been the same. Right? Like, when does it stop becoming like a trend and just become fact that Golden Boy Promotions is just a bad promotional company and it's not fighter friendly? And if you're a prospect right now, if you're an amateur right now, there is no reason to be signing to Golden Boy Promotions.
Honestly, we talked about Brandon Figueroa, right? He got a $250,000 purse for the Seha fight.
That's nice.
Yeah. Joseph Diaz should be getting those size purses. Do you think he got that for his Facebook Live fight?
I can check it up right now. I can probably check it up right now. Keep talking. I'll look it up.
That, right? Which is why he was pissed. But, like, there's no reason from a negotiating standpoint why Brandon Figueroa should be getting such bigger purses than a guy like Jojo Diaz. The purses should be fairly similar. I'm sure he got.
Joseph Diaz missed weight, so he was fined 20% of his purse. His purse was $50,000 total.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no reason to be giving that guy $50,000. Like you said, he should be making six figures. Like, just honestly speaking, he's one of the names that Golden Boy has. We can pay him six figures. It would make sense. Even like a guy like Virgil Ortiz is like probably getting close to six figures, or he should be at least.
6 figures at this point. Oh, that Solomon fight was kind of whack, but I would guarantee he got 6 figures for a Roscoe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would bet on it, but again, maybe I wouldn't bet on it because it is Golden Boy. Ryan Garcia got 50,000. That's why he was. So I don't know what Virgil gets.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy over there. I again, if you're a fighter out there, why would you ever look at Golden Boy and say, "Yep, that's where I want to go right now"? Makes no sense to me.
I think it's one of those things because it was De La Hoya. It was the biggest promotion company out there for a run.
Yeah.
I want to be promoted by De La Hoya. That was my guy. I'm a De La Hoya fan. He's a Mexican American who made it. He's from East LA and he made it. So he can put me on that trajectory. But that's got to be subsiding now. Like that luster may have lasted for a while, but that's got to, like, it's the same thing. Like, why would you pick Floyd? Well, for many of the same reasons, right? Like, that's my guy. He made it. He did it. He can do for me what he did for himself. But obviously, that's not happening, right? So
no, I can definitely understand. Like, let's say, like in the last from 2000, 6, 8, whenever it was that like Golden Promotions really got on the momentum to like 2015. Golden Boy was on top of the world. There's no argument about that. One of the best promotions in the game. They just had everyone. And I can even make like an argument like Mayweather Promotions in like its infancy. I can see the argument why people would want to sign up with them. But now it's 2019 and 2020. We now have a long enough sort of sample size of how these promotions treat their fighters and what they do for their fighters, and they fail miserably. Okay? They hit lightning in the bottle, let's be honest here, with Canelo Alvarez, who they poached from another promoter and had to deal with a lawsuit for, 5 years because of it? And Ryan Garcia, who was an Instagram star before they picked him up. Like, they had lightning in the bottle. Floyd Mayweather, in another sense, I think sort of hit lightning in the bottle with Gervonta Davis because he's never been able to replicate that and did it before. So, I mean, if you're not that supreme talent, even then, you should look at these promotions and say, look, even these supreme talents, they get mismanaged. I mean, Canelo Alvarez himself is out there saying, Oscar is not promoting me right. If Canelo Alvarez, the biggest star in the sport, is saying, I'm being mismanaged and mispromoted, then even everyone should be questioning Golden Boy. Same with Gervonta Davis. I mean, it's been apparent from day one that he's had issues with Mayweather promotions. If they can fuck up a guy like Gervonta Davis and keep messing up his career, then, I mean, if he's the golden ticket, you can't mess that up. It'd be like if Eddie continually messed up AJ's career. And you'd be thinking to yourself, like, well, Eddie's not a good promoter then. He doesn't know how to matchmake a guy, obviously, because he had a golden ticket and it fucked it up. That's sort of the same thing as Oscar and Canelo, in a way. Even though Canelo has somehow overcome that all, because Canelo's that talented. But Oscar at every turn has tried to undercut Canelo Alvarez. And the same way Mayweather has always tried to undercut Gervonta Davis. They're golden tickets. So if you're the mid-card guy, if you're that guy on the come-up, don't sign to these guys. Sign somewhere else. You know, you're muted, but briefly before you unmute yourself. Sign to a smaller promoter, get lined up with PBC, or sign to a Matchroom, to be honest. Like, that's just the way to go right now. Or Top Rank. And even then, Top Rank is iffy. You know, they're hit and miss on prospects and how they push them. Gary?
I don't think you have to worry too much about big-time prospects signing with Golden Boy. I don't think from here on out, from moving forward, right, from 2019 moving forward, I don't think that they're really going to compete with Top Rank and Matchroom and PBC. Like, I can't see that. Like, if you mention their name, like, are you fielding opportunities from Golden Boy? Like, Golden Boy is kind of like, if no one else wants to sign my dude, then maybe we'll talk to Golden Boy, kind of thing.
Agreed. Last topic of the day, then we're going to head out of here. So, Santiago Garcia on the line. Press 1 if you want to talk. Callers 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International callers calling on Skype.